Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are back from beaching it like the baddest two bitches we are. We are back live at you in the States, in our city. Welcome to another show. How are you? I mean,
I feel like we've seen each other, like we've been together for like a good old week.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Long time no see. Um, how are you?
I'm good. First of all, I want to shout out, although we're not sponsored by them. And before actually, while I get the thing, how are you feeling being back into the work mode today?
I came back to 500 emails. That's first and foremost. And the problem with me is that towards the end of the trip, I was having, and I can't wait to talk to my therapist about this. I was having like anxiety not being in the know because while we were in Dominican Republic, I had no access to my emails. They, I guess my job like constricts the access like outside of the United States. Anyway, um, and I had to ask for special permission when I went to Puerto Rico. But I was having anxiety just thinking about like so many customer inquiries. People were reaching out to me, and I was like, I'm on vacation. I'll be back on Wednesday. But as soon as I landed yesterday, I got home and I decided to like sort through all 500, and it took me like 3 hours. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but
3 hours for
3
it.
hours.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, bitch, I was speed demon message like responding and typing, but I'm glad that I did it because I think I would have been overwhelmed if I would have left it for today, like coming back to work. Luckily, I worked from home today, but I'm fine. I just feel like, when you go on vacation, you're looking forward to it. You're so excited. You're like, fuck work, fuck work. I just want to be on vacation, shaking my ass in a beach, drinking mama Juana. But girl, towards the last day, I was like, all right, I'm ready to go home and get it popping. And
Like my grandma would be like I'm ready to go home after
yeah.
this. But
And
yeah,
I
I'm
think also the reason why I feel the way that I feel is because I have another trip coming this weekend. So I'm kind of like, oh, do I have to? But then I have to because it's for work. So
and you want to because you've been wanting to.
I have been wanting to since 2018. I was supposed to go. Should I say where I'm going or should I not?
It's up to you. But real quick, while you think about it, I don't know if you've heard of On the Rocks. Obviously, it's empty because it's in here. But it is they have different ones. They have jalapeno pineapple margarita. It is just like going to a restaurant. So instead of like, you making it or trying to concoct something, you could buy them like that. There's daiquiris, there's regular margaritas, I
Where
heard.
did you get that from?
But it's delicious. Just regular liquor stores. They're around.
I don't be hanging out in liquor stores, so I don't be knowing shit. But this weekend, I will say I drank a lot.
You
Well,
drank, oh yeah, you've drank like the most.
I drank a lot in Puerto Rico too, though.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, Puerto Rico, you did good down too. You got down, but it's so crazy because it was epic. Our last night in Puerto Rico, seeing those chairs with the Puerto Rican chair and the Dominican chair,
Yeah,
best of the world. Like it was so
symbolism.
that knowing that in like literally less than like what 13 days we were gonna be in DR,
Yeah,
specifically Punta Cana. So that was we wanted to keep it a little secret. Surprise you guys. It sucks. So and
it
also
was
because
cute. We got best of both worlds. We got both. We got to represent both our countries.
yeah,
I I don't
to
like to compare and contrast because like ultimately both are beautiful in their own way, and I enjoyed myself in both countries. But it was different vibes. Puerto Rico was party, 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 in the words of Raul Alejandro, and DR was rest, relax, and
yeah, it was two different type of trips. Um,
Yeah.
but let's talk about, because obviously, as the people who follow us, especially on Instagram, a lot of one of the stuff that we cover is travel and blogging that and all that stuff. So let's talk about DR, and specifically, we stayed at, obviously Punta Cana specifically is known for their resorts. We've seen all the work actually that they're a lot of resorts being built, some very beautiful. Um, so we got to see that firsthand, but Punta our resort. We stay specifically at the Impressive Resort, and we just gonna go over some of our thoughts, of the thing of you. What will you rate the resort?
I was telling my friend today that I would rate the resort a 6 out of 10.
Mm,
Is that
yeah,
generous? I
I
and
mean,
this is why. This is why. The people made it very enjoyable. The
yes,
the room, the bed, the my bed was very comfortable. Um the entertainment aspect of it, it was very close to a lot of things. As far as the reason why I took down 4 points was because first and foremost, I'm a foodie. If the food ain't good, I'm not giving you a 10. That the food was subpar, and resorts are known for not having like good food, but I don't feel that because you're a resort you should like everyone should just like consider that to be the norm, because I've stayed in other resorts and the food was amazing.
yeah,
So
same.
the food was one of my biggest pet peeves. And another pet peeve of mine that you can elaborate on is the customer service aspect.
Yeah. Listen, I am. Call me.
Call me a Karen.
Lola, call me a Karen or whatever. But when it comes to my service and what I paid for, and listen, fuck being called a Karen because Karens have their own thing. I'm just gonna be Charlie. I just like a Karen thinks she deserves the whole world because she's entitled. I, in my own way, I'm entitled because I work hard for my fucking money. One, two, I am paying for a service. So absolutely, I am going to talk and articulate myself and go off
Go
in a
for it.
nice way, in a nice nasty way, in a nice articulate way, but you're still gonna feel the sting and the way I'm saying it. And yeah, the customer service was nothing but impressive. Absolutely not. They're not. If they're trying to sell you everything, we already know this. When you go to resorts, when you go to timeshares, that's what they try to do. But at least have your service be impeccable, where you're trying to show the person that if you in any way mess up as a resort or hotel, like you are going to go above and beyond, and they do not do that.
Yeah.
Um, I
A
will
lot
put
of running, a lot of runaround is
yeah, a lot of
happening.
I'm not gonna get into detail. One thing that I will get into is check-in time because we all know as travelers, people, when we get there, a lot of us like to take those early flights to make the best out of the days and how many days we're out there. And I get it, I'm one of those people, but we deal with the early check-ins with hotels or resorts where they're like, oh, the room's not available, or oh, you will have to pay a fee to check in early, right? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's gotten that. But what do you do and what do you say to the customer when you show up at check-in time, which is 3 o'clock, but the
Three
room's not
o'clock.
available,
Yeah.
and the room didn't become available to 4 o'clock, basically. Because
4:30.
yeah, they at 3:45 they gave us the keys, and then we went upstairs, but the maid was basically still in the room, and there was more reasons to I think why they like there was more reasonings there as well that we came to find out afterwards. But what do you do for us? And I'm very much of what are you going to do for me as a customer for my
Mhm.
convenience because I paid this service.
Yeah. Not, I don't want to sound entitled, but if that were to happen, realistically speaking, if that happened here in the United States, there would be some sort of like, as a courtesy, we apologize for the inconvenience. first of all, we got there super early. So that's that. I wasn't aware of the situation. And I think that silly me or ignorant me for expecting like us to have the option of checking in early, because when I went to Puerto Rico, I didn't get to check in early, but at least you had a room and I was able to like leave my stuff there for like 15 minutes and then they text me and told me your room is ready.
Yeah,
But
I checked in already.
I think that what turned me off was the fact that everyone was so, a lot of people were like piranhas or coming up to us like vultures, like wanting to, oh hi, how are you doing, like we were literally waiting to check in, we were not even checked in yet, and people were trying to accost us about like excursions and like selling shit to us, and it was just too much. And you already know how I am. Everyone that knows me personally knows that I have resting bitch face and I am an actual bitch. I will actually go off. And the thing with me, being that I am Dominican, my parents are Dominican from Dominican Republic, you can't bullshit a bullshitter and you can't expect me to be okay with the fact that you're trying to like sell shit to me and that I'm going to be fine with it. No, go scam the white people for all I care. Don't try to scam me.
Right. One thing, at least we got to, and listen, I was ready. I was ready. I was ready like Freddy. Um,
Mm,
where we got there, a room may have not been done, and obviously they take your bags because they want to hold it. But I had my handy dandy
this
like
bitch.
thing, and I literally went into that pool. I'm like, all right, okay, give us a thing. I'll be at the pool.
Yeah. Eventually, I mean, I didn't. I eventually had to change. And shout out to my mom for how for like encouraging me, and also shout out to my mom for calling and like making a scene. So she went off in our like defense, but because I wasn't gonna talk all that Dominican talk that they were like expecting us to be okay with. But yeah, I think would I stay there again? Probably not. Would I
Yeah.
go back to Punta Cana and like vacation? Absolutely. I think I would. I would just stay at another resort that has
But
better ratings.
yeah, the thing is, a lot of people have even on Rio, like there's one, and even yesterday I was talking to people, like Rio, like people have said Rio, but then I've heard people that I know from here in New York that said that the food was trash. So, I meet a lot of people because I guess DR is one of those places, especially Punta Cana specifically because of the resorts and all inclusive that
Mm,
people go to. But I hear different mixed reviews. Like it's not
yeah,
many. Like Occidental is one that I've heard a few people say was amazing.
right.
But in secrets, obviously, I listen. Just my experience from secrets in Jamaica, I will hope that all the secrets are like that because I had an amazing time at that
Why
secret.
is it called Secrets? Is it like a swingers resort? I know it's
No,
adults
it's
only.
not. But yes, it's called secrets. I don't know. But it amazing. So that I believe, but I always hear the same thing that the food is trash in most and like DR. Like listen, Dominican food is good. We live in New York, so like I obviously be hitting Dominican spots as well when there's no Puerto Rican spots, and a lot of the food be the same anyways. It's
Yeah.
just different things, but I don't know. But to me, the food I would say,
The food was subpar, bitch. I did not like the food. First of all, is it a resort thing that they don't have bacon? Not
oh
like
yeah. I don't know,
they
no.
didn't have
I think it's
bacon.
DR thing,
And
or maybe
again,
that.
we stayed at the impressive Punta Cana. There's two. There's impressive Punta Cana, and then there's impressive Premier, which is like the same place, but like you pay a little bit more just to be trolleyed around in a golf cart. You get
That's it. You get a cabana and like and maybe like a cute a room facing the ocean. That's
yeah,
it.
fuck that.
Um, but the food we tried some of the different restaurants. You did not the Japanese one. You like
I was
basically
so listen, I love hibachi, but I don't know, maybe it was just I was just so tired and like I was just ready to go. It was our last night there and I just was not feeling it. And personally, it was salty as fuck. It was very salty.
I was sick. I don't want to blame it on the food, but the next day I woke up like throwing up.
Well,
I don't know. I don't want to say it was a food, but you know, a few of the times I'm like, I felt like after we ate, it's like, why do you feel like you have to go, but you
but
can't
you
go?
don't go.
Because it's constantly, it's like,
Listen, if I didn't have a trip this weekend, I would literally stay my ass home, take a laxative, what is it, decompress, and like let it go. Elsa, don't get it twisted. We had a great time. We made
oh
the
yeah,
best of
absolutely.
it. It was, and again, the premise of the week was, or the weekend, whatever.
The week,
The vacation
yeah, the
was
2 days.
a best friend vacation. I feel like, if for people that don't know, Charlie and I have been best friends for now, like, it's gonna be it's 13 years this month.
Years, yeah.
So 13 years, that's a long ass time. Not many of y'all could say the same. But we just wanted to, like, be be twin flames.
Yeah. And although she says we haven't taken a bestie vacation, we kind of I get it. I guess this is the first time without like no one else like around, just
Yeah,
us.
three's a crowd.
I still think Dallas. We stayed together in the hotel and we flew out there when we
I
went
let
to see
them
Beyonce last year in September.
Dallas, yes. Well,
Yeah,
that was
last
that
September.
was a bestie. That was a bestie trip. I wouldn't consider it to be a vacation. It was like we went to go see Beyonce,
Yeah.
so it wasn't a vacation.
But yeah, this was like this was intentional. Like I said it to her. I'm like, yo, at the end of the month, I don't care if like I'm going to Puerto Rico at the beginning of the month. I'm going somewhere, and then I threw it out there, and I'm like, let's go. Like, let me go, and let's go. Let's go. We need a trip before the fall season like pops off. So, and it's well deserved. This summer was a lot, but it was a good
Mhm.
summer as well. It was a
It
good
was a great summer for me.
really quick back to the impressive because again we had a great time. The point of the trip was very eat, pray, love, relax. We didn't want to do. We went out, especially Coco Bongo, which we will get into because Melanie has some things to say about that.
Yes, I do.
But
Shout out to the
overall,
bartenders. Everybody wanted to make me a 90-day fiance.
like the whole the premise, cute. Obviously, the beach ambiance. We was by the water a lot. I was by the water a lot.
Yeah,
And a lot of drinking throughout the day,
too
um,
much.
getting made like special cocktails, and again the people we met, especially the bartenders, the workers, specifically the bartenders by the beach. Shout out to Misael. Who else? Uh,
Jesus
Jesus.
and Danny,
Yeah, like shout out to all of them.
Willie.
Willie. Um, it was a vibe. They like the people there. We found ourselves saying like the last day, like our last day, like, oh, like I'm gonna miss them. Like we're gonna
Yeah,
miss them. It
they
was
were
so
so sweet.
cool. It was so cool and like treated us like
I could see why, like, I
royalty.
could see why girls, not girls, but women from like different countries, whether it's the UK, America, like all these bitches come and they get like so enamored because they are rico suave over there.
Listen, I was about to make. They could have made me a 90-day fiance. I would have been like,
Nah, I'm good.
oh,
What is it? Game knows game.
yeah,
So
game
that's
was
why I
game.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, you're cute, but I know
But
what's
yeah,
up.
they were so cool. And like I fell in love. Shout out to
Yeah,
my boy Misael. Like I will always remember him because I fell in love with this. Like when I seen it, it
little
really like,
Scorpio.
caught my eye, my the evil eye. And I used to have one, and then I bought one in Puerto Rico that broke very quick. So I felt like, damn, that
Wait,
was negative
what
energy.
happened to the necklaces? The free necklaces they gave us.
Oh, I got him. I brought
Okay,
him.
good. Save them and then I'll wear mine.
But yeah, this is. I'm so happy. Shout out to Misael for this. We'll always remember him because bro hooked it up. Bro hooked it up. My water
One
side.
thing that I did learn about the guys, the people that work in resorts, I wouldn't necessarily go back to that resort and stay there, but I think when you work in hospitality on resorts in Dominican Republic, you get the special card to like work in those places. So like a lot of them jump around from resort to resort. So, which is cool.
And we traded information with some of them, so hopefully we stay in touch. And if we ever go back to Punta Cana, listen, some of them wanted to take you to where is it, Uruguay,
Uruguay. Yeah,
and,
no.
or if they come to New York, I already offered my apartment.
Yes, you can.
I'm willing and able to assist with your stay and your experience in New
This
York.
bitch want to play Airbnb host. I can't. But
Well, let's switch it to
yeah,
again, amazing, amazing trip. But Coco Bongo is one of the things we did down there. We went out Saturday night. Of course, we had to go shake it up because this, like, the feeling and energy I have is just, I want to dance. Like, even back in the day, like if I had a stressed week or whatever, there was just something. The energy was like, yo, I want to go out tonight, have fun, listen to good fucking music, and dance. And that's
come
what we
on, J Lo.
that dance again and love again, and it's happening. So we danced our ass off. We went to Coco Bongo. I was raving and ranting and raving to you about Coco Bongo going into DR because I went 2 years ago for the first time, and it's very much like show slash club.
Mm.
Now, I've experienced it and I talked about it on the podcast a few years ago as well. So now here's your perspective. Like, because I know you had things to say. And obviously we're two different people, so there's different perspectives and such. So take it away. What was your thoughts? And I kind of wanted to wait for the podcast to really truly hear it.
So my biggest takeaway with Coco Bongo is that it's a great show. It's a great production. The execution, I would say 10 out of 10. The venue, 10 out of 10. Clearly someone white. No, I'm kidding. Someone, I don't know who. I'm gonna have to do my research and see who created it. Like who is the founder or the owner of like the whole thing. But I want to. The only while you're looking, I'm gonna say my piece. I feel that it was great. It was a great experience. It was very enjoyable. However, for me, I didn't really like the music choices that they use. I know that they have to cater to everyone. I know that they have to cater to people that are a little bit older. That's why they did a whole bit with the Rolling Stones. I know that they have to cater to white people because that's why they did a lot of like the Queen and like people from overseas, like the UK and stuff. They played a lot of like UK bands. The Michael Jacksons of it all. Every fucking resort in
Robert
Dominican
Noble,
Republic.
white man.
What's his name?
Robert Noble, founded by Robert Noble and dubbed Las Vegas meets Mexico. Coco Bongo is, this is right, yeah. It was
Figures
founded by
as such.
Robert Noble.
A colonizer. Michael Jackson performing like in what is it? What do you call that? Like someone impersonator. The Michael Jackson impersonators run rampant, especially in resorts, especially in Dominican Republic. So seeing Michael Jackson perform, it was cute, whatever. I'm not gonna lie. We like the night before, there was like a theater impersonation of Michael Jackson in the actual resort at Impressive. So I was like, oh God, we're back to back with Michael Jackson. Don't get me wrong, I love Michael Joseph Jackson, God rest his soul. However, I don't want to hear that at a club. I don't want to hear that at a club. I wanted to hear like more recent music, like more modern music or music from back in the 2000s that was popping. That would have been fun. Um, as far as the entry, like paying $90 just to be there, like for the open bar, I think it's okay. The bartenders need a retraining on their drinks because they don't know how to make drinks.
Yeah.
That is not even top shelf. That shit is bottom of the totem pole, like Vita tequila type of shelf.
Oh, don't let Lisa whatever
Barlow.
Lisa Barlow hear that.
Other than that, that was my only takeaway. That I was just like, that's kind of whack. Was the music, because I wish the music was a little bit more popping. When you went 2 years ago, you said that Bad Bunny was heavy on rotation.
A lot of Bad Bunny when I went to.
Well, Bad Bunny was only played probably like 3 times, and not even for the full songs. I think that they played a lot of songs that were just like animated like shows. Like it was, I don't know, but it was fun. I would love to go. I feel like what?
I got damned.
Yeah, yeah, I wonder why. I personally would want to go to like Coco Bongo in a different location, like maybe Cancun, perhaps, even though Cancun is like, oh Lord, Cancun is like the Mexican version of Vegas, only a little bit like dirtier.
So they dubbed it the Las Vegas, Mexico.
Meets Cancun. But yeah, Charlie had a blast. I was asked to dance. If anyone knows about Coco Bongo, the girls are asked to dance on top of this, like, what do you call that? What do you call that?
A podium, like the podium stage.
There's a podium, and they like look for girls that are wearing skirts. I was wearing a skirt, but I'm a smart bitch. I wore shorts. A lot of the girls were
they
dancing.
tell you wear panties and shorts.
They tell you?
Didn't you say that you read that?
Oh, I saw a TikTok that said like make sure if you're gonna wear like don't this is why you don't wear skirts at Coco Bongo, because a girl basically they will put like air, which I love. There was like AC for the freaking venue. They pump air and like it shoots up so your skirt rides up. A couple of girls, their panties were showing. They were not pretty panties. And then one girl, you saw it, she had no panties on. And you could see everything. Her little nana was out. So
Foxy Brown.
When I got approached to go up there, I said absolutely fucking not. Because not only that, but like, what song are you guys gonna have me dance to? Billie Jean? No, thank you.
It has to be the right song for me too. Like, exactly.
It gotta be the right. I needed to hear some Sexy Red. I needed to hear.
Oh, that was not gonna. Oh, I get what you mean. Current. Oh no.
Not current like that. I mean like 2000s current. Not like fucking We Are the Champions.
I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to hear "You're My Baby." Not on vacation.
That's my song though. Get It Sexy. No. I wanted to hear more Bad Bunny or more like anything. I don't know. They didn't play that much Tokisha. They didn't. It was so weird. But
yeah. Well, Tokisha's nasty. I mean, embrace the nasty. I embrace the nasty. Yeah,
I love her.
Yeah, you're right.
They could have played. I feel like there were so many Hispanics there. There were a lot of Colombians. There were a lot of Central American. Well, not Central. I want to say like Mexicans and stuff. But like they didn't really cater. The music wise, did not cater to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute venue though. I would definitely go back.
Yeah, the venue. Yeah, it's listen.
I would do VIP if it was like my birthday.
That's Melanie's that's her take. Like I still enjoyed it. Like you love all types of music too, but I get it.
I do. I was bopping to everything, but I was like, do I really want to be dancing to Queen right now?
When you're in the mood of certain dance, or you have to be in the mood for certain things. I totally get that. But yeah, we do recommend it. Like again, even like going into it, how they have like very Vegas-y, showy, like murals. Like it's just really cool. It's an experience, and it was $80 or 80.
That shit was not 80.
Like 75, whatever, back 2 years ago. But inflation is real, y'all. Inflation is real. It's now $90, but it's worth $90
for general admission and open bar.
If an open bar and general admission is $90, then they have like packages where you can have like things at the table, whatever. But honestly,
taking a picture,
that's not worth honestly, that whole thing, like the table bottles thing. And I just read a meme earlier that someone posted that table service is killing the night scene.
Oh yeah, definitely, because people are just catering to people that are going to buy bottles, and then little do you know, it's probably a fucking scammed card.
And these people are acting like they're buying land, spending thousands on bottles, but like it's just that. Like that's why I'm sorry, don't call me cheap or that, or call me like, oh, he's not bougie or whatever. But like the thought of me going to a club, and this was it's not even now in an older age. I've done it in my early 20s, and I've done it a few times with my friends when we've rented little things. But it was a different time, so it wasn't astronomically crazy.
Yeah.
And it was worth it for the places we did it. But the whole thought of spending like $400 for one bottle and just basically a little, a section, And
Mm,
then what? Like an orange juice and a crack, like $400. This bottle costs like $20.
right.
A liquor store, or if you go to fucking a big liquor store depot actual thing, even less. So is the thought of like how people be spending so much, like literally thousands on a night, like with
Listen, player's gonna play, baller's gonna ball, roller's gonna roll. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, as long as it's like I would be if I decided to spend money and like
I'd rather be
get
traveling.
bottles and like whatever occasion, whether it's just vacation, my birthday or whatever, and like I was with a group and we were all there and the music selection was what I heard that night, I would feel some type of way. I would be drunk and pissed off that they didn't even play. They didn't really play Beyonce. They like I was literally as I was standing there, I was just thinking like y'all didn't even play like artists that people really like. But I will give it to the dancers and like all the
Yeah,
theatrical Cirque
the
du
show
Soleil.
was great.
The show was
The
great.
show was great. The show they put on is like show, then mute, like music, dance thing. Then
The
back to
guys were
show. It was back and forth. The show, oof,
the
the
dancers.
the show was great. The show was great. The show is great. Like it's amazing. Like the math, the Beetlejuice is funny.
The
It's
math was fun. Taking a picture was fun.
interactive. Since I could reach over, one of my favorite pictures, because this few favorite pictures of when I go on vacation, but this has become another one now to add it to our repertoire. We had one in Vegas that was iconic, and now we have this one.
We're
I
closer.
love it.
Yeah, we look so cute.
We look amazing.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you, God. But yeah, it was a it was a great show. It was a great show. It was a great time. Um, and yeah, just don't do. Look at other resorts. Impressive, we wouldn't recommend for y'all to stay.
I would not recommend Impressive at all.
I consider myself a travel blogger, a wanderlust, and all that stuff. And obviously, what we're doing here is we want to recommend you guys, and yeah, we wouldn't steer you that way. Occidental for sure, Secret for sure. Occidental, I think is the one I stayed at the last time I went, which whew, we're not even.
I'm not gonna give. I mean, I don't know the other resorts, so I'm not gonna like harp on those. But what I will say is, when I do go back to visit, it's definitely not gonna be that one, and I will definitely report back.
And I love that they have Beetlejuice on this too.
Yeah, that was cute.
Speaking of Beetlejuice,
That
so
was-
excited for Beetlejuice in a few days. I'll definitely be. Well, we may not. Yeah, we were gonna be
Oh
talking.
wait, what's the name of it? Is it Beetlejuice Part Two?
Well, it's Beetlejuice. They're dubbing it Beetlejuice. So two. Beetlejuice. Well, the last one was Beetlejuice. So this is Beetlejuice.
Hmm.
But listen, the original Beetlejuice came out in the late 80s. I was just a toddler. And
I wasn't born.
you were born in 89 and it came out, I think, 88.
I wasn't born.
Or 89. You were born in 89. Oh, you wasn't born when it came out. Oh, wait. Did it come out in 89, though? Google it. I
I'm
think.
gonna tell you right now.
But the cartoons, then they had an animated series because the movie was so big that it throughout the
1988.
88. So, yes.
It's showtime.
He wasn't born yet. I was 2 years old. But I seen the movie, obviously, early 90s, like when I started having recollection of things. And then the cartoons. So I'm a big Beetlejuice fan. And not only Beetlejuice, but Michael Keaton. Hello.
Yeah, Batman.
Iconic actor to me because of the Batman movies back then. So Michael Keaton's been in just like iconic movies that I love. So I like him. Plus, Beetlejuice had a lot of actors who I really love.
Yeah,
Winona Ryder, I've loved her and had a crush on her. There was something about her that I've always found like dark, mysterious, and she's pretty. I don't know. She's one of those girls that although I knew I was a gay girl, but she was one of those girls that I'm like, she's very pretty.
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis, who I love because she's in another one of my favorite movies, A League of Their Own.
I love that movie.
And I just thought she was always very beautiful, a natural beauty as
So
well,
tall.
especially
Yeah.
from back then in the 90s. Gina
Mm.
Davis, hello, my Pisces sister, and iconic, and my favorite movie of all time, Home Alone, Catherine O'Hara. She's in there. And
Alec Baldwin.
that movie is Alec Baldwin. Well, yeah, although he's had a
Oh, he's not in this one.
road. No.
He's going to prison.
But amazing cast, iconic movie. I'm so excited to go see it this weekend. It's one of the only things I'm doing this weekend. So no tea, no shade for the people already DMing me saying like we're going out this weekend. I'm not doing nothing besides going to see that movie. I've had my fun. I need to like chill out because September, there's more to come to, but we're gonna keep it hush hush. But yeah,
oh,
well, yeah, for me, my thing, I'm keeping it hush because
I guess I'll keep my hush too.
you gotta keep yours hush too. Oh yeah, you never decided if you was gonna speak on it.
Nah, I'll say it after when we come back. We have a guest.
But yeah, I'm excited for Beetlejuice. I'm so excited for Beetlejuice. But it's spooky. Like everyone, basically, when Labor Day comes, is like, oh, like summer's over. Like everyone posted, and this summer, this and that, Madonna, Andy Cohen, all they like everyone. How do you? How do you feel about that? Because technically, summer's not done till September.
For me, summer's over. I can't wait to take off these braids. I feel like the weather today was kind of giving like high 70s.
I gotta tell you something. In Manhattan, in your area, when I got to you to pick up my mean man Gizmo, I miss that so much. I'm so happy he's home and we're together. But it's definitely hotter in Manhattan.
Hotter, yeah.
Brooklyn is like, it's nice. It's just nice. It was nice. But in Manhattan, I was sweating. Even the dude at the store, because I stopped for water, gave me some napkins. I did feel like it hotter up there, man.
I need you to rock a sweat rag.
Absolutely not. Or what? Carry a sweat rag? That I can do. I have a bag.
It could be worse. You could be wearing a freaking headband like a lame. Anyway, I feel like the whole spooky season thing, it comes around the minute that it's September 1st. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit hesitant with, the seasons changing because I love and I thrive a lot in the summer, and I feel like the fall or the autumn comes and goes like that, which I don't like because that's not fair. But I'm looking forward to little camping, a little wineries, a little picnics, yeah.
Yeah, listen, this season's my
favorite. Little cabins.
This season is my favorite. I thrive during from basically starting October-ish.
I gotta start thinking of Halloween costumes.
I thrive from October all the way until for a good span into my birthday, after my birthday.
No, not me.
So I love this season. I love this season. I'm a winter baby too. So, well, you're a winter baby, but
I hate it.
It depends. But and listen, Christmas. It's like, what was my
wait? I'm gonna speak this into existence. I'm not gonna be here for my birthday. I need to be somewhere warm, whether that's tropical or somewhere hot. I don't want to be here for my birthday. I don't want to be in New York for my birthday.
There we go. But you know what I thought today? I'm like, can we jump just from Halloween just to Christmas? Because I love Christmas. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait this year. Last year, I got rid of the tree that I had for a few years, which was a fake tree, but we decorated different years. But this year, I'm going to get a real tree because I've had real trees, growing up. At some points, we would get real trees, and I love the smell of the pine and stuff. So I'm going to get a real tree this year.
I hope Gizmo peas on it.
I'm excited for that. You see how hateful she could be? Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, here, right? Hoping that my
I want to bring back my
train. Thank you very much.
I want to bring back my childhood nostalgia. When I was younger, probably like around 7 years old, my mom or my dad, whoever, bought a Barbie pink. It lit up. It was pre-lit, and it had this little thing. It was like a merry-go-round. It would go around, and it had lights, and the lights would shoot out like disco lights. It's a Barbie Christmas tree, and it's pink. If anyone knows what the hell I'm talking about and can find it, send me
Reach
a
out to
fucking link.
Barbie. Maybe she'll know. She'll be on
I
it.
need to find it, but like I would gag. I would pay whatever to get that shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to fall. Like I'm ready. I'm ready. Spooky season 2, Halloween. I've already been looking at some Halloween costume ideas for the show because y'all know we have our annual Halloween
Yep.
dress up for the show.
Halloween extravaganza.
I kind of already have something, although some people may be okay and generic with the idea, but it is a costume. But we'll see. But then again, then last year I had a few different costumes because
What was your costume last year?
I had a few because I had to do one like a school party. So I was Chucky at one. Then I was on the show. Was I on the show?
You were a Power Ranger.
On the show I was the Green Ranger. Then when I went out, I was this Cybertronic sexy spandex whatever thing.
Yeah, I saw.
I lived.
Looking like Animorphs.
People loved it. So this year I'm already. I think about going to like do a 2.0 of an old costume, especially with this.
I already know what the fuck you're gonna do. Can I say it out loud?
Body or one that I've been eyeing that keeps popping up in my thing, but it's a version of something that I really like right now, but I don't know if people are gonna get it because it's a gay version. So
I already know what you're gonna. I already know the first option. I say I think you're gonna be Poison Ivy.
Oh, well, for the show or one of my
of your. I don't know, bitch. You change clothes like you're in a concert, like you're performing.
So you recognize vacation. She recognized.
I was a wrestler last year from D Generation X Pac. I feel like I want to be a little drag queen, not a drag queen, a drag king this year. Like I want to dress up as a guy again. But every costume that I really want to do is always in a pair or it's always in a group. So like it doesn't make sense for me to be one part of the costume if I don't have someone else to be part of the costume. But I have one in mind that me and my coworker actually want to do. And it was part of an SNL skit. And then for the podcast, I think
the Wayne's World thing.
No. Nice try though. Nope, not that one. I think for the podcast, I might do. I have this in my shopping cart on Amazon and my wish list, and I've had it there for like 3 years, and I'm like, no, I don't know if I could pull it off because I don't have the accent, but we'll see.
We'll see. We're looking forward to that. But what a great, we had so much to talk about, and we're so much integrating back because literally like I got in the wee hours of the morning. That's I don't even want to talk about that in detail.
Oh my god, yeah, I don't.
But yeah. What a great show. And I have to say, what a great. Although I had, integrating back today.
What was your biggest, before we wrap up, what was your biggest takeaway from this summer from traveling?
I was gonna say what was our highs and lows of the trip, but I don't want to do that because we had a great time period thing. So
it doesn't have to be high and low.
What was my biggest? What was the question?
What was your biggest takeaway from this summer? Yeah, traveling.
Traveling this summer. There was a switch this summer. I can't explain it. I don't want to get poetic. There was a switch this summer. There was a switch this summer compared to other summers for me that felt liberating.
Yeah.
with the traveling wise, it felt good because it's a reminder that I've been doing this
Yeah.
and I'm now doing this with friends, family, and I know. Listen, as y'all know, I've traveled solo by myself. I've proclaimed it on this podcast millions of times that it's one of the best things to do as well is travel by yourself.
Right.
But I'm looking forward to that. Um, what I loved about to answer your question about the travel is the different people and the beautiful moments
You
I've
come
been able
along, yeah.
with the many different people and stuff and people we've met in our travels this summer. Um, so yeah.
I'll say for me, my biggest takeaway with traveling, well, not traveling, with this summer was that traveling and taking time off made me appreciate my job more. It really made me appreciate it more. It actually opened up opportunities in the midst of me traveling. And I noticed I don't take time off as often as I should. And it feels like from anyone that follows me on social media, they must be like, damn, this bitch must have won the lottery or something, or like she's traveling from place, bus, club, another club, another club. That's not the case. But also I've learned to, or not learned, I think this summer gave me like the balls per se to like cut things and people off that I didn't need in my orbit.
Oh yeah. I was there firsthand for some. But listen, it was at, although summer's not officially over, people, but it was a great summer, and here we are kicking off our fall season of the podcast. Next week we have a great guest, which I'm excited to have.
Mark Angel.
Award-winning filmmaker, music artist. It's we're excited to have him on the show for the first time, and there's so much to get into. Mark Angel joins us next week. So I'm excited for that to have him on, and just for the fall season, and a lot of things to look forward to. Our Halloween annual event, and everything that comes with just the fall season. I'm really excited.
Another trip.
Oh yeah.
Couple of trips.
Listen, that ain't happening. That's there's still a few more trips left in me, and there's only what 4 months left. But there's some more. There's some more. So stay tuned. Plugged into the Inner Circle podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you're following us on you subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. But if you watch us here, make sure you subscribe, you like. It's free. We appreciate you guys so much. We will see you guys next week with special guest Mark Angel. Adios.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.